This is Taylor Burnfield, and thank you for listening to Scribe Podcast. This is Colorado Springs history, and today I am focusing on the Galvin family. The Galvins moved to Colorado Springs in the 1940s and contributed to breakthrough medical research. This is their story. Turkey, mashed potatoes, and cranberry sauce fly through the air. They splatter on the floor, along with broken plates, silverware, and a stained tablecloth. It is 1972, and Donald Galvin, the oldest of 12 children, has just flipped over the family dinner table on Thanksgiving Day. This kind of event was not unusual within the Galvin house, located on Hidden Valley Road in Colorado Springs. This is because Donald Galvin has just been diagnosed with schizophrenia. But Donald's behavior wasn't unusual. In fact, it had become normalized within his household because 5 of his 11 siblings are diagnosed with schizophrenia as well. Donald was the first to be diagnosed. His 5 younger brothers would soon follow, although their symptoms of the disease manifested in different ways. Donald tried to murder his wife. Matthew believed that he was Paul McCartney. Peter displayed violent outbursts. Joseph heard voices and saw apparitions in the sky. Jim harmed himself and abused his younger sisters. And Brian killed his girlfriend before killing himself. The Galvin boys were all diagnosed with schizophrenia during the 1960s and 1970s. At the time, psychiatrists widely believed that schizophrenia was caused by poor parenting. Specifically, it was believed that the disease was caused by an overbearing mother. As the matriarch of the family, Mimi Galvin was the image of the perfect mother. She baked cakes and pies for her family every night, and her husband, Don Galvin, was named Father of the Year in 1965. Based on stereotypes surrounding schizophrenia at the time, schizophrenia didn't happen to families like the Galvins. One by one, each of the Galvin boys were taken away to state hospitals. The oldest, Donald, was admitted to the state mental hospital in Pueblo more than a dozen times. One of the younger sons, Peter, was admitted to Penrose Hospital in Colorado Springs. Peter was taken out of Penrose Hospital by his mother after she witnessed that he had been abused by staff. Despite the numerous hospital visits and countless prescription medications, little could be done to help the sick Galvin boys. Schizophrenia treatment was more about managing symptoms than finding a cure. It was widely believed that studying schizophrenia was a lost cause. Doctors who dared to study the complex disease were met with ridicule. Dr. Lynn DeLisi was one of those doctors. Considered an outsider by the medical community, DeLisi had a controversial idea. What if schizophrenia was genetic? In the 1980s, Dr. DeLisi heard about the Galvin's unusual case and wanted to study the Galvin family. The Galvin family was thrilled and was willing to take part in DeLisi's tests. After all, they had been suffering for 20 years. They were desperate for answers. Dr. DeLisi collected the Galvin family's blood, studied their DNA, and made an incredible discovery. Genetics do, in fact, play a role in the development of schizophrenia, something that was never thought possible before. But the story doesn't end here. Despite Dr. DeLisi's breakthrough research, schizophrenia remains a complicated and misunderstood disease. The exact cause of schizophrenia is still not known. However, the disease is better understood now than ever before, all thanks to the Galvin family and their participation in Dr. DeLisi's research. The majority of the sick Galvin brothers have passed away. Donald, along with his brother Matthew, are still alive and live in Colorado Springs, while Peter lives near Pueblo. Their former home on Hidden Valley Road is still there, inhabited by a new family, tucked away behind ponderosa pine trees, only about a 10-minute drive from the UCCS campus. If you'd like to learn more about the Galvin family, read the article titled "The Colorado Springs Family Plagued by Schizophrenia" at scribe.uccs.edu.